Babag Mandaya origin and Spanish influence. So, ang Babag now is part sa Compostela began as a Mandaya settlement around sa 20th century. However, ang Spanish phrase predating their arrival found existing small settlements along sa river banks. So, the oral tradition state that ang phrase is aiming to convert the original settlements ay settlers. So, settlers is ano siyang people na nag-move to another place. Led by Dato Engao, used an 1896 bills introduced sa Christianity. So, Sinistiora Senora del Pilar is later mo siyang nahimong various patron saint. Father Uriu show Babag existed part sa Bunawan Mission in 1884 with 345 people. By 1890, the population dropped 225 tungod sa tribal conflicts and settlement dilution. So, ang non-native settlement began in 1917 with arrivals of educator Policarpio Aquino Sr., who established the first school-in area. So, Babag predominantly Roman Catholic territory in Moncayo, Davao region is 3,346 hectare enclave with central hub, Magmon, and 3 sitios. So, mao siya ang anuan, Pilar, and Bagkitan. It's characterized by a vast plain and agricultural and suitable for diverse crops, rice, and fields. So, ang various stem originate from large tree that nga nagfeld across sa Agusan River near in Playa Market where local lumads traded. So, the document lists the leaders of Babag gikan sa 1948 to 1987 starting kay Vicente Pulmon as a Teniente del Varios ending with Arthur G. Baltasar as a barangay captain. It's also mentioned the election of Alma C. Baltasar as a acting barangay captain sa 2002 with Romeo Aquino Jr. Sangguniang Kabataan chairman. So, the councilor elected alongside kay Alma Baltasar include Nestor Galulo, Romeo Aquino Sr., Boy Erica, Sergio Caballero, Gloria Aquino, and Alfred Juarez Manuel. So, Babag located sa Moncayo, Davao region is a barangay bordering Compostela with 19 kilometers from town proper. It relies sa 4 tributaries, Buwak Creek, Kinausan Creek, Nabok River, and Agusan River for irrigation. So, ang economy primarily agrarian with 30% resident engaged in farming, poultry, and livestock. The 2002 census record Banlag, the birthplace of Moncayo. So, Banlag hold historical significance as the origin present-day Moncayo. In 1880, Jesuit missionary Father Saturnino C. Orius established a settlement of 30 Dibabawons families, naming it Moncayo. No, he appointed Dato Daguhoy as a local leader at the first gobernadorcillo, who later converted as a Catholicism and took the name Luis. However, ang rule was short-lived due sa regional conflicts. Prior to 1880, the Nabok River was a vital resource for the community used for bathing, washing, and irrigation. And unfortunately, later, pollution from mining tailings, cyanide, and mercury domestic waste. So, the industrial runoff rendered the river nearly unusable. So, the origin Moncayo settlement is believed to have been located at Bukana. So, the confluence of the Manat and the Agusan rivers and So, Banlag named Moncayo for the settlement did last, with older resident continuing to refer sa areas as Abokana tungod sa its location at the confluence Dagusan and Manat rivers. By the early 20th century, Bukana became a key transportation hub for both trade and travel. So, ang current name Banlag is attributed to American phrase ban of logs. So, nagngutan ako unsay kuandra sa Banlag kay laging daw kuno ang ilahang trabaho diya dati. So, the referencing large pile cuts of logs seen by a visiting American local residents is nag-struggle sila sa pronunciation and are said to have pag-mispronounce it, leading the adoption of new term. However, this explanation is considered historically inaccurate. Logging in Moncayo didn't begin until after 1950, and American left Camp Callao shortly after the Philippine independence. It also deemed unlikely the locals would remember a complex foreign phrase instead of a simple name related to a tree or a logging company. So, more plausible theories suggest the Banlag derives from the Visayan word for cross-eye. Kaya patong pagkuan o cross-eye or libat, with local expression like nalibat ka or kaba o are you cross-eye or banlag man siguro ay banlag man siguro. So, Bukana serve as a central hub for a trade and transportation accessible by rough and motorized banka. 1918 map show Bukana already nag-exist na, contradicting claims that American named it a barangay name Bangkerohan upstream commemorates this historical significance. So, the origin name Banlag is nagpabilin da po siyang debate, while the ban of logs theory is a historical inaccurate. A more plausible explanation links its Visayan words for cross-eye. This metaphorically suggests a lack of direction or inability to find ones. However, ang theory is not widely accepted and further research needed para pag-determine sa true etymology. So, the documents list elected from 1960 to 2002, starting with Pedro Monfalca and ending with Marlon Basarte. The U.S. occupation in Banlag are scarce tungod sa its remote location and Mandaya settlers' lack of written history. The area's history primarily preserved through oral tradition. Education became more prominent after World War II, particularly among the local elite, and sent their children to school in urban centers. In 2002 barangay election where Marlon Basarte won the re-election, its list the name with elected council members, Kagawad, Sangguniang Kabataan, Iski Person, and the other official. The present-day barangay hall, health center, and deep well were constructed during sa tenure of previous leader.